Do you want to create a business that creates such wonderful experiences for the people in your community that they feel connected to you and see you as a hero? Or do you want to build a business that you can scale and flip to a VC within a few years? Now, I am not saying that one of those is the right answer and one of those is the wrong answer. What matters is what's your answer, because your strategy and your marketing is going to change depending on what that answer is. Now, if your answer is closer to building a company that the community connects with, this video is for you. Because in this video, we're going to talk about most ads for HVAC companies revolve around some type of financial incentive. A discounted AC tune-up, low monthly payments on a new system, 0% APR financing. And why does everyone run the same offers, you may ask? It's because they work, but they only work on today customers. Let me explain what I mean. All right, so this is Mrs. Jones, all right? And Mrs. Jones has an HVAC system that has been in her home for about 20 years. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, no problems yet. Maybe she's done some maintenance. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, still good. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Uh-oh, wait a second. Now we're having some performance issues, right? Now the AC system is starting to not cool the home as well, and she's worried that this AC system is going to break down at any time. So now Mrs. Jones is a today customer. Because every HVAC company is running ads that offer financial transactions that apply to today customers, that means this whole time, for all these 19 years that Mrs. Jones was seeing offers like, $99 low monthly payments or, a $49 tune-up on an HVAC system, they never applied to her because her HVAC system was just fine. Those ads did not resonate at all. But now that she's a today customer, now all of a sudden she's shopping around, she cares, and now she's gonna reach out to somebody on Facebook or Google or wherever she sees the ad. But what if that wasn't the case? What if there was an HVAC company in her market that rather than focus on purely transactional ads, was focused on her? What if this whole time, these ads were making her feel seen, heard, understood, and were constantly talking about and reinforcing her values and the things that really matter to her in life? So even though she doesn't have any reason to care about an HVAC system during those first 19 years, she still cares about her values, she still cares about what's important to her. So that means your ads can actually get through and they can make a lasting impression. So guess what? When it comes time to find an HVAC company, she already knows exactly who she's gonna work with. So when you run transactional ads that appeal to today customers, your audience size is that big. On the other hand, when you run ads that create an emotional connection with your best customers, your audience size is that big. To tap into this massive audience and get that connection advantage, you first of all have to really, really understand your ideal customer. So let's take a look at Mrs. Jones. If you're gonna write ads that create a meaningful connection with your ideal customer, you're gonna have to go very deep in understanding them. So you're gonna need to understand what are the things that Mrs. Jones cares about in her life. What does her daily routine look like? What does her family situation look like, right? How many kids does she have? What does her, does she have a part-time job? Does she have a full-time job? Does she stay at home? What are some of her fears? And that can be fears related to, hiring a contractor. That could be other fears in her life. What is the value of her home? What does her household income look like? What kind of hobbies does she do for fun? Now, this is a process that you do not want to rush. Whoever your ideal customer is in your market, you want to spend time getting to understand them, visualizing what is it like to go through their day. You basically want to become them in your mind for a little bit so you can get a deep understanding of who they are. Because the more you see and understand your Mrs. Jones, the more the Mrs. Jones in your market is going to be able to feel seen and feel understood and connect with your company. So most companies run ads that focus on these first two things. They talk about how long they've been in business, how great the quality is of the work they produce. But ads that create connection focus on this, the experience. See, because Mrs. Jones might not care about all the pains you take to properly size your HVAC units, but what she is going to care about is the experience that that creates. Because think about the experience she has if her AC is not properly sized. Little Timmy's room might be fine, but little Georgie's room might not be getting all the air conditioning that it needs. And then if little Georgie wants to trade rooms with little Timmy as a result, what is she supposed to tell him? I'm sorry, little Georgie, but I love your brother Timmy more than I love you. So now because your business has all those experienced technicians, they're now able to properly size the units, which results in less emotional turmoil for Mrs. Jones. Now that's just one example, but the better you get to know Mrs. Jones, the more you're gonna understand why what you're doing should actually matter to her, and you're gonna be better at communicating that. Because even though this is your world, this is what you understand, you have to remember that this over here is Mrs. Jones' world and what she understands. So how do we take all this and apply it to an ad? Think of some of the typical bullet points that you see on an ad. Great service, great quality, 10-year labor warranty on select systems. What if instead of saying 10-year labor warranty, you said, with a growing family, unexpected financial surprises are the last thing you need. Select HVAC systems come with a labor warranty that keeps your bank account safe for 10 years. Now, the example I gave is an ad, but this could also apply to your website or any other messaging that you have out there. So let's recap. First of all, ads that create connection allow you to reach customers and connect with customers before they need you, so that when they do need you, they've already built that emotional connection to your company. Number two, you want to really understand your target customer. You want to understand Mrs. Jones. You want to think about what her life is like. You want to emphasize her, because the better you can see and understand her, the better she's going to feel seen and understood. And then lastly, number three, you want to talk about the experiences that your company provides. What's the end result of how Mrs. Jones' life is affected, rather than talking about your company and what your company does. That's all I got for you today. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you learned something, please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.